I will shift into my season. I will soar into my destiny. I will have all that God has for me.
God preparing a table for me, God prepares us for the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you don't realize the fact that there are some things that we got to go through to gain, because if we get it, we don't want to lose it.
Right.
I will shift my position in the kingdom.
But there are some things that if we had an opportunity to get it back, we're wiser and smarter now. So God says, you know what? There's some things I must do for you. So when you get to your table, even in the presence of your enemies, you won't walk away this time.
I will soar into my destiny.
The shepherd wants, when he gets around other shepherds, he wants to show off his sheep.
Right.
Nobody wants to show off a sheep that look like they ain't eating. Old raggedy, dingy sheep. And it's the, you're not gonna help me, no feeble sheep. The sheep goes through a process of grooming. The things that we use or we know that the shepherd does for the sheep, he grooms them.
Want to do it?
And that care, he grooms. And brothers and sisters, we got to understand tonight that if you don't understand that we all have to go through our grooming process. Why do we have to go through a grooming process? Because there are things that attack the sheep that want to get in. There are parasites. This is why the sheep bad. Because there are things that get in their ear and they're shaking, and they can't go to sleep at night. They're trying to fight everybody. They can't reach their paw in their ear, so they need the shepherd to take care of them because of the parasites. So the shepherd will take one sheep and make sure that all the parasites are. You need to thank God that God takes time out for us to groom us.
I like that.
Another reason why it has to go through the grooming process, because what they wear is valuable. What they have on will ultimately help somebody else. You want to know why you've been going through what you've been going through. What you're wearing, God is going to use it to help somebody else.
Seek His presence.
One of the things that the shepherd has to do, he has to cut the hair off of the sheep. Y'all not going to help me here. In other words, he has to separate. I talked about it last night. See, some of you worried about you separating, but in this process, you're going to have to separate yourself from some people. Why? Because you are too valuable in this season. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm too valuable. I say, grooming. Here's the next thing that we got to go through. We got to go through not only the grooming process, but we got to go through the guarding. It is the job of the shepherd to guard the sheep. Because like Pastor Jordan said, sheep are docile animals.
Yes, sir.
Not too small. But they don't have any mechanism to keep the enemy off of them. So the sheep have to depend on the shepherd to guard them. See, I am afraid of people who don't depend on God. In this season, this process, for you to get to your table, you're going to have to allow the Lord to groom you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going to have to guard you. Not just from the parasites that want to get in, but there's so many enemies from without.
Oh, yes.
Because you look good.
Yes.
Because you're healthy. A lot of people not happy. Not only does he groom and guard, but he guides. He guides me to places where I need to go. He guides me and makes me rest in the grass. That's a reflection of a good God. That tells you if you just follow dangers of following God. He will take you into places that are dark.
Yes, He will.
He won't always take you to mountaintop experience.
That's right.
Because sheep really don't follow shepherds.
Right.
Sheep follow sheep.
Right.
You can tell who been with the shepherd alone. Because when the shepherd go over water, the ones that been with him and trusted him enough, they'll go jump right in.
Yes, sir.
But you can always tell somebody who don't trust the shepherd because they'll wait. You're not gonna help me. You know some of the people that wait to see if the crowd gonna go first. You gonna cry rehearsal, I go if you go. You gonna give me this offering, I'll give if you go. So you don't want nobody that's timid to lead you. You want somebody that's gonna jump in because I have experience with the shepherd and he has never let me down. Tap your neighbor for the first time and say, trust the shepherd. Because he has never let me down. He leads me in a valley. And I got good news for you. We look at the valley as something bad, but there are blessings in the valley. Stuff grows in the valley. Because when God is leading you in the valley, He understands that because in this region there were snow-capped mountains.
Right.
And when the snow would cap the mountains, the sun will come out.
Yes, sir.
It would melt the snow.
Yeah.
And the water didn't go up, but the water went.
Yes,
So if you have ever planted a seed and allowed your tears to water your seeds, just know that any day now, it's about to come back in your favor. Look at your neighbor and say, it's getting a little watery now. But I'm about to get what the Lord has for me because the table is set. Can't at least two people say the table is set.